Hey everybody, this is going to be a different video. It's going to be hard for me. This is going to be a personal video, but in the spirit of my channel, I'm hoping to also use my experience to help you too. I'm hoping to help other people who are going through what I'm going through, or who will, because we all will. We all will at some point, and I've been through it before. So a lot of people are probably wondering why I disappeared last week. I haven't been in my Facebook groups. I haven't been there. And maybe you thought it was because I was taking the Dr. Boz course, which I am, and happy to be doing that. It's actually helping me stay sane. But the real reason is that my sister, last Friday, my sister was killed in a head-on collision. So yeah, it's been a hard week. But we're here, and life goes on, and I have to deal with it. So, as many of you who have been following me for a while know, or maybe you haven't been following me that long, but when I first started the channel, I was taking care of my mom, and during that time, towards the end of her life, my other sister passed away. So 6 months later, my mom passed away, and so you'd think I'd be experienced at this, and in a way I am. It's not that it gets easier, it's that in these 3 years since those two events happened, I've developed better coping skills, I guess. More of a tribe. I have people I can rely on. I'm a different person than I was 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, certainly. And so I basically just wanted everyone to know that, you know, if I'm not answering comments, well, I am still trying, or if I'm not, if I'm slow with emails, I'm just not active on social media right now. This is the reason. My sister was a year younger than me. We were the last two in my nuclear family. Everyone else is gone, and we grew up like twins. You know, we were so close in age. So this is a hard one. It really is. But that said, there's I tried to think about, you know, what do I want to do? And my first thought was, oh, well, I can't do the Dr. Boz course because I'm going to have all the I'm her only next of kin, so I'm also administering her estate, so I have to do all the administrative stuff, which is no fun at the best of times. But I thought about it all weekend, the weekend after it happened, and, in a way it is some kind of divine intervention, because what better way to stay on track than to really be engaged and connected with a very intensive group of people and homework and a course. I'm immersed in what I really believe in, and so I think that strategically it couldn't have happened at a better time when you think about it. So that's how I'm looking at it, and I just feel that I am learning a lot, and it's keeping me from going off the deep end for sure. When I went through these other passings in my family, in my immediate family, it was difficult each time, It was most difficult the first time with my dad when he died. I gained back 40 pounds, and so then, you know, I didn't gain back the whole 100 I had lost at that time, but I did gain back 40, and so when you have an event like this that happens, emotions take over, and your habits can be the first thing to go, you know, because there's so many things. So the walks fall off. You just eat whatever's put in front of you, or you don't eat, or, you know, there's all these things. My sleep is just in the toilet right now. I'm lucky if I get 2 to 3 hours a night, although last night I had 6 hours, which I'm grateful for, because I do feel a lot better today. Like, I don't think I could have done this video yesterday, but I can do it today. So what I wanted to think about today in doing this video is, first of all, to let you know what happened, and to, you know, ask for some grace and understanding if I'm not doing what I'm normally doing, which is being very, very engaged and responsive to comments and doing all that. I just need time. But the other thing is that I wanted to write down a few things of what I would say to you if you came to me and said, you know, my spouse just passed away, or my dad or sister or whatever, and how I would encourage you, because I need that for myself. And so trying to make this video a little bit of a teaching moment as well. Since it's very raw right now and I'm going through this, here's some of the things that I would say to you if you came to me. And certainly I do get emails, and I hear people's stories where they say they were doing keto or they were doing carnivore, they were doing great, and then somebody died and they gained it all back. So first of all, I've been there. I didn't gain it all back, but I gained a substantial amount back the very first time. In the 2 other family members in the last 3 years who passed away, I did not gain anything back. I didn't lose, but I didn't gain anything back. One of the people that I do a lot of work with behind the scenes on my channel is my good friend Melissa, and she told me about it. You know, when you take a journey or a trip and you get lost on the way, you don't go all the way back home. You stop and ask for help at the nearest gas station, grocery store, passerby, whatever, and then you carry on with your journey. And that sticks with me like glue for some reason, because I have in the past gained it all back, but last time I didn't. And you know, so I offer you that piece of information from Melissa. You don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. Even if you've gone part way back home, back to the beginning, you can stop and go, oh, I think I can turn around and go back, and I think I can reorient myself. And so the key is to try to reorient yourself right away, or with minimal damage. And I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, there's no excuse for eating. There's no, you know, you can do anything, because I know this is now my 4th time doing this in the past few years. So I'm going to read you some of the things that I've written down that I would say to you if you were me. Your body needs kindness. We need to treat it well. If we abuse our bodies right now, and please, I'm talking to myself here. If we abuse our body right now, how is that going to help our loved one that just passed? How is that going to help us in coping with what we have to cope with? Grief takes a toll on your whole body, not just on your heart, but everything. Sleep, exercise, like all my 4 pillars of health that I often talk about are kind of in the toilet right now. but I seem to, I mean, yeah, and I've even had a couple of little slips in the last, eating in restaurants and stuff like that this last week. Say taking bites of things that I don't normally take bites of, and that's okay. I'm not even going to obsess over that, but I just know that my whole body is going through something, and I need to take care of it. Even small, healthy choices that you can make during a time of grief and loss count and help. So I'm not looking at my chronometer right now. I'm not worried about the exact macros right now. I'm just focusing on eating meat. And if I am going to eat something that's not meat, it's going to be a single ingredient food. It's maybe some veggies. I don't know. I don't care, really. I'm just making the best choices I can right now. They would want you to care for yourself. I like, who has a loved one that's passed that would be happy if you just gained back 100 pounds, or if you abused yourself, or you went out and got drunk, or you ate the whole cake or something? Like, who would want that? No, your loved one that has passed would want the best for you, and so I have to remind myself of that as well. Nutrition is a way to love yourself, and I'm focusing on that. Like, I'll get my favorite steak. I'm going to eat my favorite things that are on my way of eating as much as I can. I'm not going to worry so much about amounts over the next couple weeks, or like I said, the macros. Every healthy choice is like planting a seed of strength for tomorrow. So the more that I can do today, the more I can focus on eating the good, healthy foods today, the stronger I'll be tomorrow. So, that's something to keep in mind. So, as far as your way of eating goes, yeah, it's not going to be perfect. It's just not. I know that mine hasn't been, and I know I've got probably another week or two of planning, going back and forth from where I live to where she lived, trying to arrange things. One of the really fantastic things that has come out of this is I've had a chance to talk to some of her friends who loved her deeply over in her area where she lives, and they were part of her life. And it's been humbling. It's been humbling to see that, she just had so much love, and she gave so much love, and I can learn from that too. So I think that's about all I want to say. I've told you what's happening in my life. I can't really say much more. I'm hanging on to these thoughts I wrote down, and I hope that they help someone out there. Maybe not today, but maybe a year from now. Someone might find this video and it might help them get through a time of grief. And yeah, so if you made it this far, thank you. You're a blessing. I love you. And I'll see you when I'm better. I'm thinking it might be a week, it might be 2 weeks before I can make a video. I don't know. I think I'm going to do a live in a couple of weeks, but we'll see. So thank you for being here. I'll see you guys soon. Love you all.